Oh, no.
What? I'm just clearing the throat, bro. All right. Craig, Jesus Christ, I'm trying to start a podcast. Why are you summoning Satan himself? You know, everyone always says, like, God is a woman. You know, that whole motion? What if...
Yeah, dude.
What if Satan is a woman?
No, I think Satan's a guy for sure.
What makes you say that, you sexist pig?
I don't know. This is Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby
Shit.
is like the nicest man
Say
of
no
existence for like 30 years.
He's not a nicest man. He's like, drink my fluid.
Yeah, he literally fucking is like, his body count is like 150, and you're like, ooh, not good, dude.
They're like, nice, bro. Well, hey, I just
And Harvey Weinstein throws him a fist bump.
kisses him right on the lips, and he's like, wow!
Epic pee-pee poo-poo jokes.
Oh, is today an epic pee-pee poo-poo one?
I don't have any poo-poo jokes for you, but we'll see where the night goes.
We'll try to implement at least one poo-poo, maybe pee-pee joke, just for the laughs.
Yeah, get one poo-poo. Fuck it up, dog.
All right, bro. Here we go. Anything you would like to tell the audience before we begin telling them some sexy conspiracy theories?
Not that I can think of. I'm mad at them right now, so I don't really want to talk to them.
Well, hey, do you want to? Why are you mad at them? Do you want to tell me?
They forgot your birthday.
Oh my fucking! I forgot that they didn't say happy birthday.
Yeah, they also forgot my birthday, but that was a month ago, so I can't be mad at them about that.
Oh my goodness, dude! You did not forget my birthday. However, you said happy birthday.
That is true. Yeah, I remembered. I'm good. I'm a good friend.
I don't know who would forget someone's birthday. That's ridiculous.
No, absolutely. It's an unforgivable thing, like 1,000%.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like even if they were off like 5 days, like I feel like they should be punished.
Yeah. I would, like the next time I would see them in person, I'd probably throw them out a window. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, I would understand too, especially even if I was the one, I don't know, for whatever reason, I was the culprit, like I would understand. Happy birthday, Craig.
Fuck you.
I did. I thought Craig's birthday was at a different date, so I did not tell him happy birthday on the correct time. And before I was able to tell him, I was greeted with him with hatred. He did.
Yeah, I was gonna blindside you on the podcast with it,
yeah.
But I saw you before, so I was like, time to give him shit. Let's do it.
But now I will take responsibility, and I will give you full credit for saying happy birthday to me and getting me that new iPad Pro. I do appreciate that. And now the audience knows that you got that for me, so whenever I come and get it, it better be there, or else, like you're a fucking liar. You know what I mean? So
what's that?
Just thanks for the iPad Pro. I'll come and get it later.
Hey, I'm gonna call your mom real quick. I need to borrow her credit card.
She'd be like, okay. Here.
She's such a nice lady. She'd be like, yeah, please buy this $1,200 iPad.
Okay, well then I guess if you have nothing to actually contribute to the show, let's just get on with it. Craig, last week you surprised us with an excellent story on a flat Earth, and it was a surprise. We did not expect that. And I hit the audience with some future telling ass TV shows. It went pretty well. Now, what do you think is going to top that this week? What do you have?
Dude, I'm out here trying to prove to you that the moon landing was absolutely fake.
So you're siding with the fact that it's fake, and you're not going to try to put away the fact that it was real. You know what I mean?
Dude, last week opened my eyes to all the mental crimes that have been caused to me in the American educational system, and I now have, like, you haven't seen me in weeks.
No.
I have 2 eyes on my forehead now. Like, to add on, like, shit's getting real up here.
Not even a third eye. It's like the 4th dimensional eye.
Yeah, It's
God.
absolutely crazy.
Damn, bro. That's crazy. I'm proud of you. Well, shit. Why don't you lay it on the audience? Go ahead and start. I want to hear all about your theory on flat Earth. Wait, no.
Nope,
I want to
not
hear
that one.
all about your theory on the moon landing.
All right. So, preface for those of you who, all right. So, as you all should know, or at least that's what they told you, is that on July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin explored the lunar surface of the moon by fucking foot. They blasted off into space. They parked their fucking spacecraft on the goddamn moon.
Yep.
And they stepped foot on that bitch.
That is like verbatim what my history book told me.
It said, fuck, dude. It
said,
literally.
Like, on that bitch.
It said 69, nice. Park that motherfucking spacecraft on the motherfucking moon.
I went.
And,
you know.
Go ahead.
I went to school in the fucking hood, so
no.
I just kind of thought that was normal.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then check this shit out. So, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin they spend 20 hours exploring the moon and its surface.
20 hours relative to the moon, or 20 hours relative, like our human time on Earth?
I don't know that. Probably relative to the moon. That's a long time to be walking around. But also, you probably don't get as tired up there because of the lack of gravity. But for 20 hours, they did this while Michael Collins piloted the Apollo 11 orbiter around the moon. So, do you think they drew straws, first of all, to decide who had to drive around the moon while the other two got to fucking play on the on the surface of the moon for the first time in human history? They got to fucking. He was like, "Damn it, fuck!"
You drew the fucking short straw of that stack. That's hilarious. It's like, you know how in, like, I don't know, you're playing Grand Theft Auto and you're like in a heist or you're in a mission and like one person's driving while the other two are gunners or some fun shit, and you're just like, what is this? You know?
Yeah, like, why am I even here? Literally, a fucking CPU could do what I do, and here I fucking am, fucking driving for you.
It probably went like, no, you're just better at it. Like, we'll just we'll explore the surface of the moon. You're just better at flying that.
Yeah, dude, I would have wrecked this thing already. I would have wrecked it.
I might still wreck it, and I'm not even driving it.
Yeah. So yeah, they did that. That is a thing that we have been told happened for sure, and it's the history that we continue to celebrate today.
Do you celebrate the moon landing?
It's been, dude, every day.
That's badass.
I mean, it's a human historical moment, and it's been 50 plus years since we've done that. We've allegedly been to space and the moon. We've probably only been to the moon a few more times in life, but we've been to space. We're trying to get to Mars. Like, so much stuff has happened because of this particular instance. But there's a bunch of like conspiracy as to why they would fake it or did fake it or whatever.
Well, from my understanding, I know that we were in a race, so we had bragged rights, for the first up there. I think we were in a race with Russia, from my understanding.
Yeah, that's the first. That's the first one. Is everyone believes that because we were in the space race and there's a lot of pressure. Because Russia was trying to get to the moon first, and we were like, no, we're going to do it because we're America.
Yeah.
And America likes to do shit like that.
Yeah, fuck you.
So JFK was like, we're getting to that fucking moon.
Yeah, rest in peace.
And, so there's obviously an incentive because there's not, 24-hour news coverage at this point in time. There's not all these news outlets. There's not as much media. So it's a lot easier. It's a lot harder to leak shit than it is now. Like Donald Trump, today is supposed to be on a pandemic readiness conference for the G2 summit, and he went and played golf. And we only know that because it's so easy to leak stuff about the president of the United States, which is crazy.
Yeah, all eyes are on him.
Yeah, so, it's a lot easier to fake shit. So because of Russia wanting to get there first, and because of like how hostile we were with Russia in that point in time also, just in general, it's a great reason to just say we did it. and then who's gonna stop us from saying we did it?
That's a good point. Like, we're just better, so.
Yeah. So here's reasons people think it's fake, though. If you look at a video of the astronauts securing the flag into the soil of the moon, because that's like the first thing we did was plant a fucking flag, because this is our shit. It can be seen rippling in the wind,
but there's no wind.
There's no wind because space is a vacuum, so there's no way that the American flag could possibly be rippling, because it literally isn't. There's no wind to move the flag.
And I didn't research this topic recently. I haven't looked it up in years, whatever, anything it might be. But so anything I counter argue with or I talk to you about is going to be completely off of the old memory dome. So, but from what I remember, the rippling wasn't wind-like. It was motion-like. So like they moved the flag and it sat there and it rippled based on their movement that way. Not like it sat motionless on the ground and then like a gust of breeze, like a breeze hit it. From what I remember, unless I'm tripping.
So what the actual reason that the flag is like rippling, quote unquote, because I mean, if I go outside right now, it doesn't look too windy, but even like it's a little bit windy. But I'm not going to get an American flag of that size to be flying through the wind at that point. It's just going to hang there and move a little bit. So they stuck rods through it, so that way they could kind of hang it up, and kind of force it up. So the wavy motion that they see is him like putting a rod through the flag, basically, so that way it'll stand up. Okay. And that's it. Nothing crazy there.
Okay. It wasn't like an alien magic device that they had and they stood it up.
No. So that's, you could argue that that's debunked. I mean, I'll let you have that. But okay, check this out. So there's pictures of the day, because obviously it's a historic moment. They took pictures, they took video. Why aren't there any stars, man? In any of those images, there's not a single star.
I want to see these fucking 1960 cameras that they had taking these images with. You know how hard it is to see stars on iPhone 12 cameras right now when you shine it up in the sky? Almost impossible. So let's fucking hear that shit.
No, that's literally the whole thing. So, like, yeah, you can't see any stars, which leads people to believe that maybe it could very well just be a backdrop, just a black backdrop with a set. But yeah, no, exactly. Like the resolution from a camera to the human eye is so far off that you couldn't possibly, like, especially a camera in 1969 couldn't possibly get the resolution to see stars in like perfect form.
Yeah.
So yeah, because it's too bright and it reflects off the very bright surface, so it just doesn't work. They don't work like that.
There's no way, man. There's no way. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I don't see that being like a complete argument, but I can also, for devil's advocate, I could see that, like, the idea of just like a backdrop, stuff like that. But I would resort that down to legitimately shitty material to take the picture.
Yeah, exactly. It was just the best that money could buy for 1969. So shouts to them.
Yep. Shout out.
Next one.
What you got?
It's fake because their shadows don't line up correctly.
Well, what fucking mathematician motherfucker was like, actually, the shadow based on its size, protraction of the sun, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's literally like, so I'll just kind of read this. It says, the moon landing is fake because the shadows don't line up accurately. If the sun is the only source of light, why do some shadows in Apollo photographs appear to point in multiple directions? For example, the astronaut's shadow matches up with the lander's, but there seems to be another shadow from the lander foot pointing towards the astronaut. Surely this means it was filmed in a studio, right? And then it says, not exactly. A rough, uneven surface can cause all sorts of shadows at different angles, even with a single light source like the sun. That was a typo from them. This is something that can be easily experimented with at home. You can watch the Mythbusters gang try this out and explore many other moon landing myths in their episode that they focused on this. But yeah, I mean, it's a fucking flat ass surface, and the only thing that's there is the sun. And that just makes sense. That one's a reach, just in general.
Yeah, definitely a reach, because the entirety of the moon, we only know of the moon's existence if you're just like a passerby or citizen. You know of the moon's existence because it is a reflection of the sun. Like, that's how you see it. And so you can only imagine if you're on that mirror of the sun, there's going to be some wacky, crazy shadows going on. Because there'd technically be two sources of light, the mirror and the sun.
Exactly.
Their arrogance is showing.
Yeah, they're stupid. They're a bunch of dummies.
They're a bunch of stupids.
The next one.
Do you think you're gonna have one that's gonna get me?
Dude, how can this one not get you?
All right, lay it on me.
There's fake because there's obvious labeled movie props. Obvious labeled movie props.
My 1969 camera can't even picture light from the stars. How the fuck am I seeing prop labels?
So it zoomed in on an image of a moon rock. You can clearly see the letter C printed out on a rock, leading them to believe that is the C rock, which is a marker in a studio, telling the astronauts where to go or basically.
What the fuck? Hold on, Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm gonna type a little bit, but I'm gonna look this up. How do I search this shit?
Here, you want me to send it to you?
No, I'm just gonna type it right now.
I just look up C rock moon landing because they no joke. There's literally something that people think because you can see a C.
Oh,
hey bud, what are you doing?
That could be like a billion different things, though.
I know that.
What are you talking about?
Well, okay. So if you've ever you did theater, right? You've done play before.
Correct. I was a therapist. Wait, what is it called? Fuck, thespian.
Thespian.
I was a thespian. I was a therapist.
In high school, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I was well above my grade intelligently.
So any good actor knows that you have to hit your mark. You need to be in the right spot at the right time, and the moon landing that is obviously fake is not an exception to that rule, because a director's got a vision and you need to focus on that vision. So
what the fuck would they use the letter C? What does that even mean? They'd be like, come. Like, what does C mean?
There was obviously an A rock and a B rock before that.
Oh.
So they were like, all right, go to A rock and search around there for a minute. Okay, now move to B. All right, now go to the C rock. And there's probably like,
what? Why would it be directed at all? Wouldn't they just say, like, go out to the set and just do some shit?
Because picture yourself watching these people.
All right.
Well, like, just be like, oh man, if I was at the moon, I would have done this. They got to make sure they hit all those points. That's why they're up there for 20 hours.
They had director input because of to put yourself in their shoes. They needed to cover that.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so
they're professionals.
Well, yeah, and they're professional studio directors. Absolutely, you're absolutely right about that. Fuck.
Who'd they get? Like Martin Scorsese?
I think that one's the most damning of them all. I think that's the one.
That's the most damning? They got fucking Stanley Kubrick to come out here and fucking direct the moon landing.
Oh, dude. You know it's a fucking... Who's the guy that did Ready Player One? Spielberg? Is it Spielberg?
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg directed the moon landing, and he probably was not that old.
He also directed a video game called Boom Blocks for the Wii. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It was a very average third-party game that Steven Spielberg had a hand in.
Dude, that's a legendary moment right there.
Go fucking look up right now a picture of Boom Blocks.
I'm doing it.
For the Wii. I'll tweet this.
Boom Blocks?
Like with an X. Blocks with an X.
Oh, dude, it looks terrible. It looks really bad. Dude, I just saw a picture of the graphics, and holy fuck. This was in 2008?
Yeah.
2009?
Hell yeah.
That's bad. That looks really bad.
Tell you what, pretty fun.
Pretty fun game. Would
It's
recommend.
like Angry Birds, but you're like you don't slingshot them. You just like aim with the Wii remote and throw it.
Dude. That's kind of baller.
It's kind of fun.
I don't know what this next one means, really, but this one says the moon landing is fake because the Van Allen belts would cook them. One of the most popular theories has to do with something called the Van Allen radiation belt.
Yeah.
These are two huge belts of radiation that surround the Earth, shaped by Earth's magnetic field and pounded with high energy particles from the sun's wind. While these belts do indeed exist, it's been claimed that humans couldn't have passed through them without being fried and with lethal doses of radiation. And then the writer says that that's not accurate. No. Which, I mean, I don't know, man. Have you ever tried to jump through a microwave while it's going?
Only twice.
Have you tried to do it before?
But the damn, like, door got in the way.
Yeah. As soon as I open the door, it stops. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It said, in fact, the international scientific community was aware of the Van Allen belt thanks to the Explorer, Pioneer, and Luna missions in the 1950s. The timings of the Apollo launches were such that the Van Allen belts were at their lowest intensity, which fluctuates with the sun's activity. So basically, they just picked a good time to do it. They're not stupid, is what we learned.
Yeah, that would make sense. And not only that, they literally have, like, you know how much money went into the suits themselves for such a scene?
Oh, yeah. You had to absolutely tank it. But, yeah, they were like, oh, man, the Van Allen belts are kind of hot, so we better fucking just fake this that way. Why wouldn't you just and the Van Allen belts were so hot, why wouldn't you just let Russia go up there and blow up or something? Like, why wouldn't you just let that happen?
Right, be like, got him, and then follow their trail and succeed.
And I know I said that the C Rock one was the damning one, but let me tell you about this one.
Oh, better than the C Rock? Oh shit, dude, we got the B Rock.
The moon landing is fake because they didn't bring home enough rocks.
You sold me. Holy shit! I didn't even fucking think about that. Are you kidding me?
So check this out.
I don't own one. I don't have a rock. You thought they would have brought back enough to sell to the population?
Yeah, we have the proof in the form of moon rocks. 842 pounds, which equates to 382 kilograms for our European listeners.
We got a few.
We got a few of moon rocks that were brought back by the Apollo crew. To be more specific, that's stupid. Glass rocks are produced in two key ways: in explosive volcanic activity and by high-speed meteorite impacts that melt and vaporize rock. In either case, the rocks need time to cool and crystallize slowly. On Earth, elements quickly break down any volcanically produced glass, but in space they remain nearly pristine. And we found them in both meteorites that have fallen from Earth and in the moon rocks returned from the Apollo missions. So basically, they were like, these rocks were gifted out of goodwill from America to 135 countries. So basically, they're just like, we didn't get enough of them, and you're lying.
That's ridiculous. I've never heard of anything like that. That's the most fucking... That's the biggest reach I've ever heard in my entire life.
Exactly.
But very accurate, and I can't believe I missed that step.
And I'll probably wrap... How long have I been going? I'll probably wrap my portion up here.
No, you're fucking good. Keep them coming.
All right, I'll do two more then. This one is... This one says the moon landing is fake because we can't see the remains of the mission.
But the flag's still there, isn't it?
I mean, allegedly. We haven't been back since, like, fucking... It's been a while since we've gone back.
What's taking us so long?
I don't know, man. We went one other time, I think. Oh. And that's the only other time we've been to the moon and, like, actually done anything. But this says no telescope on Earth can see Apollo evidence. And even the Great Hubble telescope lacks the resolution to discern human-sized materials. But we can see the spacecraft and even as much as the foot trails left behind the Apollo astronauts, thanks to NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, which can dip as low as 22 miles. So basically, people are looking out their window like, I can't see it. It don't work.
They're fucking iPhone 12 all the way zoomed, and they're like, I literally cannot see the fucking flag flowing in the wind breeze, so I can't. It's not real.
Exactly. It's not real. This one also might be the most damning.
If this is your last one, it's got to be the most, like, hit it on home.
Okay, well, I won't do the one I was gonna do then, because that one will hit it home.
We'll do two more. Do two more.
The moon landing is fake because they didn't. Oh no, that's not the right one. It's fake because it can easily be reproduced in a studio, and which is facts, and that's why a lot of people do believe this.
What?
Because, well, I mean, it's legit. Like,
just because it can means that that's what you subscribe to?
Absolutely. I mean, some people are stupid, but
what? So you have a puzzle. You can just get like a 300-piece puzzle and be like, I can put that together.
All you need is even in 1969, all you need is a black backdrop, one spacecraft-looking thing. I mean, even if you did it obviously, if you did it scientifically accurate, you can't see the stars. You just need a bunch of gravel looks like the moon, some rocks. And yeah, you're fucking good. And then, you're fucking in it. So, I mean, obviously it could have been done in a studio without question.
Well, yeah, but so could literally anything. All the wars that you have seen could have been done in a studio.
Yeah. So this says the moon landing film has been recreated in a studio, and it admittedly looks fairly compelling. But these have been recent attempts using modern technology. The truth is that it would have been harder to fake the landing on Earth than it would have actually going to the moon. In fact, in 1969, it literally would have been impossible. The only way to recreate this on Earth would be to light the scene with millions of super bright lights. Lasers were incredibly expensive in 1969, and the only color they came with was red. In modern times, we could just change the color with CGI, but back then, literally back then, altering images with computers simply wasn't possible. So, yeah, people have done it. I mean, people have recreated it, and it looks good, but that's within the last 20 years, 30 years, as opposed to 1969. So literally couldn't have, unless they had, which this next one will possibly, hit this home. But unless they had they're hiding technology from us that had the power to do this kind of stuff, it could have been a lie. Which leads me to the last one. The moon landing is fake because you can't trust the government.
All right, that's it. That's the winner right there.
You can't trust the government. That's why they kept all of that awesome movie making technology to themselves for so long, so they could fake the moon landing. And they were like, "We gotta hold this for 50 years or so." Yeah. That way,
us puny-brained citizens know that they were also not only in a space race, but they were in a movie making film festival that they didn't want to share their technology with.
Exactly. So basically, if you look at the two best made movies of all time, it's the moon landing and Avengers Endgame.
I would have to argue.
They look the same.
I would have to argue that Moon Landing 2 is much better.
I really like Moon Landing 2. It's the best of the trilogy.
It's the best of the quadrilogy, if you will.
But yeah, man, that's why we didn't go to the moon. We've probably never been to the moon.
Moon doesn't even exist.
That's no moon.
That's cheese.
It's fucking, yeah. that should be the next one I do. Is why the moon is just cheese.
Just go on this moon rant. He's like, guys, I don't fucking know about this whole moon thing.
Why is it a thing people say? What does it? It doesn't even look like cheese.
It's an old story. If I don't know, I could butcher the fuck out of this. No one fact check me, but it's like the old it was like in a book, not a Goldspine book, but one of those old children's book, and it was like the moon was cheese, and then ever since then, everyone was like, shit, those craters kind of do look like Swiss cheese holes, and fuck, it's cheese. Yeah, it's cheese.
Damn, that's compelling. I didn't read that book.
Yeah, I didn't. I was waiting for the movie, aka the moon landing.
Yeah.
But the movie didn't do the book justice.
Man, it never does, dude. And that's why I got on the moon, man. That's nice. I could see in 1969, I could see why somebody wouldn't trust it.
Yeah.
Because
it's overzealous. That's huge. That's a big deal.
Yeah, well, and you just look at all the conspiracy like we had around that time too.
True.
It was like, I mean, so like communism, which is the scariest thing in the world to people in 1969, was running rampant across. Well, at least they thought it was running rampant. People were quote unquote conspirators to communism and blacklisted from Hollywood, politics, you fucking name it. Which turns out is just a weapon that's used by many politicians, including the current president of the United States. And they just weaponize that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
it's in the CIA was becoming a thing. Like it's like obviously it was a weird time to be able to trust the government. We're in the late 60s, 70s to where we're in more of a free will type of like hippy dippy era of existence. And yeah, they didn't trust him. And I could see why they would think it's fake at that point in time. Oh goodness, I almost died.
You almost broke right there forever.
I think so, but
the government's on to you, bro. They slipped you cyanide, bro.
Dude, if I was in 1969 and they were like, "Dude, this is fake and this is why," I'd be like, "Damn,
that's fake.
Damn, dude, that's fake as fuck." And I could see why it's obviously crazy because of everything we know in 2020, but 1969 logic, it makes absolute sense why it would be fake.
Shit. I can follow. I can subscribe to that back then. If I had to put myself in that mind space, but right now I'm like, not a single fucking chance. Like, go tell me, would you happen, like, what percentage of sure are you that the Earth landing, that the moon landing was real? Like, are you like 100% sure, or do you actually have like an ounce of doubt?
Oh no, I'm 100. I'm 100% in on it. Like, there's no way. Like that. It's same with the flat Earth thing. It's like, like I said, like we both said last week, I'm not too proud to, like, if they found out that was the case, I'm not too proud to be like, oh shit, my bad. Right. But I don't need to go there to be 100% sure. Like, we went there and we obviously have been there since. So I'm just fully on board with it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why would we like contest that? Like, that has no consequence in our lives at all. Like,
Elon Musk put a fucking Tesla into space. We've been to the moon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. We can do shit like that. Well, damn, crazy, Craig. Good job. That sounds like I liked the way that you spit that hot take, bro.
We out here, man. We got this.
Well, shit. I'm gonna continue. And it's funny that you mentioned something about the fact that the 1960s were covered in conspiracies, because that's where mine resides. It's actually insane how much shit happened in the 60s in terms of government shit. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, man. No, it's crazy. Like, there's so much. Hey, Benny, you don't need to go outside right now. I know you want to ring the bell and go outside, but you don't need to do that. Okay, girl. She's such a good girl. But no, yeah, like, legitimately, I was thinking that too. I was like, how could anybody believe this? And then I was just like, oh yeah, like, fucking, we're in the middle of, like, we're obviously, in this whole thing with Russia. People are worried about communism. Nixon is so close to being president, like, at this point, like, it's so close to happening. So I just remembered all those shit that went down and how nobody trusted the government throughout the entire decade following that. And I was like, yeah, I could see why. That's true. There actually is pretty good amount of things that people wanted to cover up. Yeah. Because, like, it's absolutely crazy to a kid born in 2000 who may be talking to their grandpa or their friend's grandpa who is like, here's why the moon landing is fake. Yeah. And they'd be like, that's fucking crazy. Your grandpa's crazy. Your grandpa needs to be put down. Yeah, he needs to be in a home. But, like, in his point in life, we were still hosing black people in the streets, like, really bad. Yeah, what do we know? They still don't. Obviously, that's still a thing that happens also, unfortunately. But, times were, like, crazy for everybody. And, like, everything was just a big fucking horde of fuck the government. So it's like, I can see why an old man would... I wouldn't put him in a home because he thought that the moon landing was fake. I'd be like, hey, that's kind of weird, but, that you haven't changed your opinion yet. Yeah. He's still holding out he's holding out for undisputable fact.
Yeah, absolutely. That, like, just like you said the other day, they're just people like this are just trying to get a free trip to space.
Yeah, exactly.
They're literally just like, I don't believe it, not until you take me there. Are you gonna take me there? Are you gonna take me to the moon? And they're like, no. He's
I
like,
just want to go
fuck.
see it.
Yeah, take me, please. I want to wave that fucking flag, dude.
I want to see that. I want to see the proof for myself, bro. Prove it.
Yeah,
Okay,
no balls.
Well, yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Due to that, I think I will. I mean, you really hit that one hard there. So I'll tell you all about mine, but I might have to make it a little bit speedier than not. So bear with me. Let's hawk a loogie real quick. Okay. Excuse me, pardon me for that. I'm going to tell you a little story about Mr. Andrew Basiago. And his...
Like the cheese.
Like the cheese. You need to leave.
All right, everybody. That's my time. Thank you.
But Andrew Basiago is famous for telling us all about his trips through time and space using the project named Pegasus, which was a time-traveling program by the government. Have you ever heard of Project Pegasus?
I legitimately haven't. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think I'm sure maybe I've heard of it, but I don't recall anything at all.
Well, shoot, let me try to spit you some knowledge. So, Andrew Basiago, who is the fucking senator somewhere now, I don't know, I don't have the note. But basically, he comes out and he says, I visited the past and the future. This is not a direct quote, but he's saying, I have visited the past and the future, and I helped, I had messages and I sent letters to deceased presidents. He was like, I've gained intel from our future government. So he already has some shit from the future that he's just holding on to. He's been involved in CIA time travel, and he just has some knowledge that he has shared slightly with to prove it. So, according to him, between 1962 and 1972, so once again through the whole 60s basically, the government ran a project known as Project Pegasus. Basically what happened, they stole a fuck ton of information from the old Nikola Tesla. You know, Mr. Nikola Tesla, whatever his name is?
I do know Tesla.
You just mentioned Teslas, and that's where they got the name from. So, just a quick side note about Mr. Nikola Tesla. He was found dead in January 1943 in his hotel room in New York City. Now, I will say that he was 86 years old at this point. So it's no mystery that he probably died by being ancient, especially for 1943 times. So, what happens is, Tesla was a fucking genius. Edison also ripped off this man's technology.
Facts.
But he had a billion documents, a bunch of stuff that he's worked on, and like just thoughts and things. One of them, maybe you've heard of, is known as the Death Ray, which is where Call of Duty got it from, the ray gun. The Death Ray was a Tesla invention where he had just like a weaponized ray gun that just shoots zombies. I don't know. But yeah, he had like prototypes of it and shit like that. It was crazy. So basically when he died, the government was like, all right, tell you what, we're going to snag all that shit. All right. All that stuff was supposed to go to, I think, who was it? It was supposed to go to one of his family members. But the government literally came in. There was 2 days after his death in 1943. 2 days. His entire apartment was like gone. Nothing was in it. Like all of the documents gone. And the government didn't outright say that they took it, but they shared some documents that Tesla gave them, you know, quote unquote. And so basically, what happens is there are 250 pages of Tesla documents that were shared, and it was all about like some of this ray gun stuff. Some of it was just like some gobbledygook about some technology and stuff like that. But this motherfucker's a genius. And I won't go on and on about him, even though I already have. just very smart guy. And so the thought is that he had some tech ideas about time travel and particle reanimation, stuff like that. And so another quick thing about him real fast is that according to declassified files by Dr. John G. Trump, his analysis showed that Tesla's efforts were primarily of speculative, philosophical, and promotional character, and said the papers did not include new sound, workable principles, or methods for realizing such results. So basically, Dr. John Trump, he's saying that like all his shit was just a bunch of just spitting nonsense. None of it meant, like, it was all just like a crazy man's tellings. But a lot of other people were like, no, this shit was like legit. Dr. John Trump also happens to be President Donald Trump's grandfather, in case you were curious that the government all is one big conspiracy, because it is. So that's, I believe
he's his uncle.
Uncle?
Yeah, I think Fred Trump is Donald's father.
Oh, that very well could be.
If I'm not mistaken.
That could be, because yeah, you're right. Because these notes are all over the place right now. But let me read this. So yeah, John G. Trump was the uncle of the 45th president. Donald J. Trump, the younger brother of Trump's father, Fred, helped design X-ray machines that greatly helped cancer patients and worked on radar research for the Allies during World War II. Donald Trump himself cited his uncle's credentials often during his presidential campaign, quoting, "My uncle used to tell me about nuclear before nuclear was nuclear."
Dude, that's the biggest, that's like the best thing a person can do, is like, oh yeah, your life's so great. My brother's a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think your life's great?
Yeah.
I know a guy who fucking flew in an airplane, and they're like, oh, okay. All right, well, yeah, we should definitely. I think you're better than me now. Sorry.
Essentially. Yeah, so anyway, back to now the 1960s with Andrew Basiago, who's a child. So the idea was Tesla had all this tech that the government stole, and they made a time-traveling project. Now, I'm going to read this. Basiago was selected from a group of psychically gifted children to become time-traveling liaisons who would go to meet historical figures and future dignitaries, as well as various extraterrestrial entities. So that was his job description.
That's a sick job description.
That is badass. And that's like based on like what he's like, this is what Basiago is telling us. So Basiago says that his father had previously worked for Ralph M. Parsons Engineering Corporation, which is who also helped develop the time traveling tech. So this is what happened on his first jump, as it's quoted. It's quoted as a jump anytime we talk about going back or going to the future. So Basiago was brought to participate in for his first jump. He says his father had already been time traveling for years at the Curtiss Wright Corporation in New Jersey. So that was like, so he would go see his dad at work, and he was exposed to this portal like early on because his father was also a jumper. The portal is described as two parentheses-shaped booms that were 8 feet tall and spaced about 10 feet apart, almost resembling the Tesla coils, in case you were curious. He describes a big old computer on the side that has a million wires through it, going through the walls and shit. Just this big old fucking thing. Alright, so here's the fun stuff. Upon activation, the time-traveling machine creates a vortal tunnel of radiant energy that is capable of bending fabric of reality. And that's where Tesla comes in, because the radiant energy was discovered by Tesla. Like, he had schematic research about radiant energy and how you can manipulate it and change stuff, which is incredible. In 1943, Nikola Tesla was able to hypothesize radiant energy, and like that's just crazy to me. What a brain. So here's Basiaga's first journey. He teleported to the state capital of New Mexico. He was able to corroborate the Capitol building as a common location involved in the program from a woman who said she saw people materialize there. He continued his training by traveling just a few hours back in time to get used to the sensation. So that was like his early stuff. He went to New Mexico, talked to a woman that kept seeing them materialize out of nowhere and shit like that. All right. So eventually he would travel back to Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, Washington's tent during the Revolutionary War, and even to the time of Jesus. This is what Basiago claims. And just in case you doubters out there are already checked out, why don't you go ahead and Google Andrew Basiago Gettysburg Address picture? Because there was a random shot that was taken of the Gettysburg Address, like just people taking pictures because they're documenting shit, and you can see a little boy with some sneakers, like sweatpant looking ass, or jean looking ass things, and like a jacket, and just looks out of place because he has newer tech. So go ahead and look, Craig, if you want, you can look that up. Andrew Basiago.
Dude, I'm literally
Gettysburg
right
picture. Now. What do you think? What do you think on that?
I gotta find a good one.
They're all pretty blurry because, like we've talked about, the '60s did not have the best cameras, especially the
especially the 1860s.
Yeah, they didn't have any good cameras.
Yeah, man. I mean, hard-soiled evidence. That's all you can say.
That's what I mean. That's not doctored. That's 100% accurate. And nothing you can do to dispute that. All right. So I didn't really see any things about like him going to Jesus times or the Revolutionary War. I didn't see too much about that. But he also says he traveled to the future to the year 2045. So he was transported to a building made of emerald and tungsten steel. That's the whole building. He was given a miniature canister of microfilm that he brought back to the 70s, which contained a wealth of knowledge of every historical event up until then. So, apparently he got a reel from 2045 that had all of history's events. He took that shit to the 70s and gave it to just someone, I guess, with all historical events. So basically, if you subscribe to that theory, then that would make sense why there are so many cover-ups and so many things that are fucked up, because that's a part of our plan. Like, we knew what the shit was going to happen historically, so they had to go. They knew what to do.
Yeah, because I mean, so this is we're only 25 years away from this period.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we should be reaping the benefits soon. So that would explain why we didn't stop 9/11 from happening if we knew it was going to happen.
Exactly. Like, like it was planned or something. I don't know. I made a deal with a friend to not cover the 9/11 conspiracy, so I will not be diving into that topic.
Like, oh man, we could have stopped, like even just we could have stopped Columbine.
No, that needed to happen.
Exactly. They're like, no, we had to do it. Sorry.
Think about it.
Virginia Tech? Sorry.
Well, think about any historical event like that happened that didn't have repercussions that helped the government. Think about that. Like, I don't want to go into detail describing that, but just really think about that. Oh,
my brain's there. I'm on your side now. I'm with you.
You feel me? Like, every single thing that's happened that's bad that's 100% gave government more control in a way. Give it that. Think about that. But let's get back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. So basically, Basiago, now it's, let's jump over to 2016. He was on media claiming that Barack Obama was part of the same program.
Oh, dude, that explains last week.
That, right? Well,
that explains the Seinfeld thing.
Yeah, see how this is all coming together, bro? Everything's fucking connected, Craig. It's all there. It's all there. Dude. So,
we do live on a flat planet. Holy fuck.
The moon is literally cheese, you sheep. Okay, so according to Basiago, Obama went by the name Barry Soetoro and was initially teleported to Mars at the age of 19. Soetoro, Obama, was sent on his interplanetary mission to communicate with Martian animals and the extraterrestrials living on that red planet. He claimed in a 2012 speech that he has definitive photographic evidence of intelligent life from a picture of a Martian purportedly carving a rock with a handsaw on the planet's surface. Explain that, Craig.
Handsaw.
A fucking Martian handsaw.
Dude. Wait, where was this guy in 2008 though? Did he not pop up to mention this in 2008? He just only did it in 2012?
Maybe he didn't get clearance to yet.
Dude, holy fuck.
So the thing about Basiago is he wants to be the president. So Basiago unfortunately did not make it past.
Honestly, at this point, let's do it.
He didn't make it past primaries, surprisingly. Though he has future knowledge that sometime between now and 2028, he will either be elected president or vice president. He claims this 100%.
Dude, so the best part about that is that he doesn't specify of what. So he doesn't specify if he's going to be. Does he specify in like the quote or anything if he's going to be president or vice president of the United States?
He just says one or the other.
Dude, my guy might be the president of the Rotary Club in 2023 and just be like, "See, I told you."
Well, he still claims it to be like the president. Yeah, it's the United States.
Okay. I was like, I'm part of the Lions Club now, so I'm the vice president.
See, I told you guys,
bitches.
I'm from the future.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
So, unfortunately, though, this is a dated thing that I'm reading. It does say that Basiago has another decade to fulfill his prophecy of landing in one of the top 2 positions in the White House, which his next campaign is poised for the 2020 election. And we all know how that ended. So,
yeah.
But hey, we still have, until 2028. So, in the next 2 elections,
dude,
if you see Andrew Basiago, you know.
No, what? Is he stupid? So he didn't make it out of the primaries when he ran?
He did not.
What? Why would he not run as an independent or something, or like a stupid like one of the like really small parties that he could easily like get a nomination from?
Probably because I wouldn't have gained any traction. Like he's trying here. He's legit trying.
Well, yeah, but at least he'd get on the ballot, and Kanye West got like 60,000 votes. I mean, at least get you some
credence.
Votes. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, let me lay it out to you like this. Unlike other candidates, Basiago has posted a very detailed layout of his presidential platform and the 100 policies he intends to enact once he is elected. These unwavering guidelines promise to usher in a new era of truth, reform, and innovation for America. So, much of this...
Read all 100 right now.
Here we go. I cannot. Much of this platform is predicated on progressive policies like investing in public education, green energy, net neutrality, and religious tolerance. Judging his candidacy on these aspects alone, he might fit in with most far-left progressive ideologies, though the primary pillars of his candidacy are set on revealing what he believes to be the government's biggest secret, time travel. Once he's elected, he's going to release the fucking kraken of footage of time travel secrets. He says he's going to declassify and reveal all technology related to quantum transportation and America's history of time travel technology. That's what he says.
That's honestly like, I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
Basiago also called out every living president, former president. He says, come forth and admit. He says, come forth and admit that they were given previous knowledge of their destinies. So here's a thing that I didn't dive into fully, but every president that was ever elected were told they were going to be president by one of these time travelers.
Damn.
So like Trump should have known he was going to be president last election, so on and so forth, because they were told, and that's how they get ready for it.
Dude, so check this shit out.
Okay, you got
so
something.
Here's what happened. So that this is why so the time travelers came back and they were like, Trump, you're winning 2022, baby. You got this shit. And then something went wrong and he didn't. And that's why he's fighting so hard.
Yeah. He's like, guys, I have to be. And everyone's like, nah, dude, Biden won.
Yeah, the fucking utopia we live in 2045 depends on this. I have to be president in 2024. Dude. Oh my god, it's all fucking here now.
Dude, it's all coming together, isn't it?
Oh my god.
It's all coming together.
My brain's melted.
That's it. That's all that's all I have. Like there's a lot more stories that he's told. There's a lot more like splips here and there. And I just want to touch base that we have a time traveler amongst us, and there's like a whole thing about him, and that they're like they're trying to run for government now. Government.
they are the government.
That's true. I want to try to find like what his actual position is currently, because he is something right now. I hope
he's fucking like I hope he's like city fucking counselor or something awesome.
Something, yeah, awesome. I don't know, but anyway, that's Mr. Andrew Basiago. That's what he claims. He wants all the presidents. If you're listening to this right now, our podcast, go ahead and just come clean. Like, we get it. Like, we know the truth.
Dude, just to let you know, I'm trying to read up on him, like, as I listen.
Oh, please.
He's a lawyer, first of all.
Oh.
With an IQ of 168.
That's really good.
Like, they barely touch on the fact that, like, this is a Yahoo article. They barely touch on the fact that they were like, there's also an independent candidate, Andrew Basiago, a lawyer with an IQ of 168, who also claims to time travel, living blah blah. Oh.
Yeah, he's a left wing. He likes the net neutrality, and he's been to Mars.
Here we go. It says he is in an alternate dimension, already living in the White House.
Oh, so he's already made it.
He resides in the White House already.
Oh shit! So that's the whole thing. Like, there's different timelines, and he's already in it.
Yeah, that's why he didn't. That's why he didn't need to get past the primaries. He won in the other dimension.
Yeah, so he was like, "Fuck it,
dude, that's sick."
Earth 316 doesn't fucking need me. Like, Earth 443 does.
Dude, look, can we make T-shirts that are like Stone Cold Steve Austin 316 shirts, but they just say Earth 316 shirts?
Yeah, we might. You know what? Hey, we're patenting that. When we get our new merch website, we're definitely gonna fucking throw that down. So be prepared for that, audience.
That's fucking gold. But no, I really like that. I like this guy. I'm a fan.
Honestly, I would implore you to go. He talks all the time. Go, just find some interviews. Listen to this motherfucker speak. It honestly is. The way he speaks, his cadence, his just attitude in general. You're just kind of like, honestly, maybe.
That's. I was literally just talking, like, because I was talking about how people will, like, the way they like inflect their voice, and they'll basically get you to like believe anything.
Yeah. I
don't know. Like, I'm not a religious guy personally.
Okay.
But like, my mother-in-law, she was, but like, so we went to Branson one time, and we went to like the Kenneth Copeland Church.
Okay.
And we like went and saw them speak. What the fuck? We went and saw them speak, and the actual absolute, like, they sound so dominant, and they're so, like, the inflection is just like, you could see how Hitler riled people up. Like, no joke.
No, yeah, there is so much power in confidence and, like, just speech in general. Like, so much power.
Yeah, so like, no joke, like, I could see why, like, because it scared the shit out of me when I was sitting there. I was like, dude, these people are like, they're in their fucking heads right now.
Oh, yeah.
I left early. I was like, I'm bouncing the fuck out of here. It was honestly like one of the scariest, like, hour of my life.
That's insane. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, they're people, and the thing is, though, here's how you can kind of psychologically get around that. People that have that cadence and that level, they believe in what they're talking about. Even if that's fabricated, whatever it might be. If the person believes it themselves, then they can say it without reasonable doubt that it's true. And so they can go on and on and on about it.
Yeah, exactly. They don't know this isn't a concept to them. This is the literal truth. So that is no doubt, like they're just like, yeah, dude, God is going to smite you if you don't fucking kiss his ass right now. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He really wants me to get fucking smote.
I just find it interesting.
He's not a fan of me at all.
I find it interesting that, like, there is a tie-in with the Trump family in this whole Project Pegasus thing. And if Barack Obama went to Mars, you know, like, it's just next level, bro. It's next level. Yeah. As soon as you said
John Trump, I was like, oh yeah, we're in it, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, we're getting in here. So, cause like he personally knows Donald Trump's uncle.
Yeah.
So the fact that Donald Trump's a part of it, man, it's real, and that's what, like I said, that's why he's trying to get these votes recounted, because he's like, damn, dude, we're in trouble if I don't win this thing. He's like, I should have maybe said some different stuff over the last couple of years.
My uncle's gonna be so pissed at me, bro.
Yeah, no. The sponsor at the end of this, you can cut this part out if you want, but at the end of this podcast, let's just be like, the podcast is sponsored by nuclear. My uncle knew nuclear before nuclear was a thing.
This says, and no, the quote was like, my uncle knew nuclear before nuclear was nuclear.
Yeah. That's fucking gold. But no,
hey, can we make t-shirts with that quote on it?
Yeah, please.
Dude, write this shit down. We're definitely gonna have a merch shop come up soon. We got 2 shirts already.
Okay. I have just to let you know, I have a Cricut machine and a t-shirt press. Just a heads up in my life.
You know how many we'd have to produce though?
Like 15, dude.
Hey, fuck it. Hit us up at on Gmail and send us an email to fucking storieswiththeboyspod@gmail.com. Hit us up with that, and if you want one, we'll make you one. We'll send it to you.
My uncle. What was the quote my uncle knew about?
Hey, let me find the exact quote real quick, just to have it. I believe. Where is it? Hold on. Bear with me, audience.
Dead air.
Fill it, Craig. Fill it with an ad,
dude. I'll just continue to sit here and be like, the hilarious tie-ins that the Trump family knows this guy is my favorite part about this, and then the idea that I want to go check and see if he was saying stuff in 2008 about Obama, or if he was just like, I gotta stop this man in 2012, and he was like, I gotta get him out of there. Yeah. Maybe that's what threw it off. Maybe Obama wasn't supposed to be president that long.
Very well.
Yeah. Dude.
Well, Obama had to have been, because he went to Mars. He was prepped at a young age.
Well, maybe he didn't like what Earth was supposed to be in 2045, dude.
No, true. Like he saw.
That's why the Democrats are trying to ruin it, man. Oh my God.
Are you pushing around a cart from Walmart? Like, what is this squeak I'm hearing?
It's my dog, dude. Benny. No play. Not right now. We play soon though.
Soon.
Very close.
Soon, Benny. Okay.
She's like,
so I found the quote. Quote: my uncle used to tell me about nuclear before nuclear was nuclear. End quote. Donald J. Trump.
Fuck yeah.
Let's throw that on a t-shirt, bro. Let's throw that on a t-shirt.
Those are two genius quotes.
Those are, yeah. Well, I think we're
great. But no, dude, no joke. I like that guy. I'm a big fan of him.
Well, vote for him in 2024.
I'm not a big third party guy. Otherwise I would.
He might go for primary again.
Dude, can you imagine if in 2024 or 2023, I guess is when they would choose this, but if they're like, listen, Joe, I know you're currently the president, but we're going to go with fucking Andrew Basiago, and we're just going to say screw it.
I'm so curious what the time travelers told Joe.
Dude, I bet Joe Biden, I bet he fucking saw the time travelers and like he told everybody. He told his wife, and his wife was like, "You are so fucking old and batshit crazy, dude. You are insane." And then like his kids were like, "Dad, I don't know about this, dude. It sounds pretty far fetched." And he's like, "Oh my God, why didn't fucking Barack tell me about this shit?"
Well, maybe he did. Fuck, I don't know. I wonder if Joe leaned in for a old kiss on one of those time travelers because they're children.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. They're not his own kids. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. Anyway, I'm not going to probably put that in there unless. I'll bleep out like every other word so you have to infer.
Yeah. Bleep out Joe. I wonder if
beep. Kiss his own kid. Beep, beep. Because then they're just thinking I'm talking about Tom Brady.
Yeah. Dude, Tom Brady is a sick man.
Yeah, he's a sick motherfucker. He's a buck now, so we're all good.
Yeah, he's also just like sick.
He's like, no, seriously, send medical attention.
He's not doing well.
Yeah, rest in peace, Thomas.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Tom Brady is dead.
All right, well, thank you so much for listening. We have now concluded another excellent Stories with the Boys pod. We got the old conspiracy still going. We got another week and a half left. So we'll see what we can bring to you next week.
Hell yeah.
Craig, do you have anything for next week already, or do you still have to research?
I'm still plotting. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I like I said, I found a couple that I was like, man, but I need to do a lot more on them. And then I was like, the moon landing is just, it's like, there's so many, like, I was reading that article and I was like, there's some pretty good ones in here that I could absolutely just fucking tear apart. So,
that's true.
Let's do that.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad we discussed the truth tonight.
Yeah. So, if any of you guys awaken your third and fourth eyes within the next week, just tweet at us at stories_boys and follow us on there. And then you can also follow us on our personal Twitters, which is in the bio of that Twitter. So those are things that you can do only after you have opened your third and fourth eyes.
Yeah, we only talk to four eyes around these parts, so don't waste our time if you're a classic bi-eyer.
Yeah, glasses count.
Glasses do count. If you do have glasses, you are fair game.
Yeah.
But we will refer to you as four eyes at all times, so.
Yeah, and it's nothing to do with your glasses.
No.
To do with glasses.
It's to do with your ethereal thinking.
Yeah, everything has to do with what plane of existence you live on, and that's it.
I'm so proud of us, Craig. I'm so glad that we're not even being shut down right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I didn't even get sniped this whole time.
Wait. Craig, do you hear that?
I don't hear it. What's happening? Oh, shit. Yeah, have you seen these upside down trees? What are people doing?
I do not know what that is. Should I look it up?
It's just a Christmas tree, but it's upside down, like on the stand. Like it's the bottom. The top is on the bottom.
That sounds stupid. That doesn't sound stable at all.
It looks stupid.
Yeah, I'm seeing that now. What the fuck?
Yeah, is that a trend?
That's like the dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen. Are any of you audience members in on this shit? This upside down tree shit? If so, stop.
Yeah. If anyone's got an upside down tree, absolutely fucking tank. Like, that's it. Just tank.
What the hell?
There's a couple of them, man. There's like a 6-footer for like $100, and it's like, I don't know what people are doing. Oh, I'm doing it. Hello, welcome back to the podcast.
Cut. Drop it. Cut that. What
this
are we,
is an Earwolf podcast.
Are we someone's lawyer on a phone call? What the fuck is this? Hello.
Dude, this is just a side note for a Christmas, like the Christmas episode. Can we do just like fire crackling and just be like, "Hey everybody,
oh hell yeah,
welcome back to the podcast."
Hey everybody, I'd like to treat you to a nice story by the Noel fire. Grab yourself some hot cocoa. Like that?
We were putting this on a bearskin rug in front of the fire, and we just wanted you guys to know we wish you a happy holiday. And just like,
I think we should be that mode.
Really, like, into
the happiest holidays from Craig and I. Craig, give me a kiss on the lips.